Hey guys, Taylor Carver here with the tradinganalyst.com. I hope you've been well. My computer's been in the shop the last few days, so that's why I haven't done any videos, but I'm back. And the purpose of today's video is to show you all of the similarities that I'm seeing in the market right now that are mirroring what happened in the 2016 breakout. And if you don't recall, the 2016 breakout that happened coincidentally in November of 2016 ended up pushing the market higher for another year and a half, and it was one of the biggest bull runs we've seen. And we're mirroring that action right now. And I want to show you exactly what I mean by that. Okay, I'm going to show you the S&P 500 chart. I'm going to show you the TLT bonds chart, oil, gold, the dollar, and all of them are looking almost identical to the way that it looked back in 2016. So obviously the purpose of this is to show you yes, the similarities between 2016 and current action right now, and also that I think it will lead to similar price action for the market. Okay, so this is the S&P 500. This is the 2016 chart, okay? This is November 2016 right here. And notice how we're bottoming right there, November, right around the same exact time that we bottomed 3 years later in November of 2017. So this action right here, from this bottom to this top right here when we started to trade sideways, for about a month. This was about 27 days. Not about. It is 27 days. From this low to this high right here, that's 27 days. All right? So, and also, if you notice here, we broke over that resistance right about there. I can't annotate the chart right here, but there's a clear resistance that you can see right there going across your screen. We broke over it here, continued higher, and then traded sideways after that. Now let's look at the current action for the S&P 500. All right, so here's that same or similar resistance right here. Boom, we broke over that resistance. Now right now we're right about the 27th day. From this low, I'll move my face out of the way, from this low to this high right here, that's kind of when we started stalling out. That's 26 days. 26 days, all right? 26 days. So we're doing something very, very similar. And notice how we're not really trading down at all. We're just kind of consolidating sideways. And this is very, very similar action to right here, all right? Right here. Obviously, it traded sideways in 2016 for another month or so before it continued higher once again. But as of right now, we're right around here that I see it on the S&P 500. So this is, again, this is 2016. This is 2019 right now. Very, very similar action. 26 days, 27 days right there. Very, very similar action. Both actions here broke over all-time highs. We're doing that again in 2019. All right. So now I'm going to look at the TLT chart. All right, so as you can see, and this is not any kind of call on TLT or anything like that, or gold or oil. This is just me showing you the similarities of the market here. Bonds, oil, the dollar, gold, they all function together. And when you see similarities with all these other things going on, especially with the market doing the same thing, then that has a huge recipe for success. So we're looking at TLT. As you can see, this is 2016, all right? 2016, August through November was heading lower right here. August through November, headed lower. Now let's take a look at the TLT chart for the current action. Right, so the action you want to focus on here is right there. So this is August. You can see the date right here, August through November. We've been heading lower. Okay, August through November, TLT headed lower. It's exactly what it did in 2016. All right, now let's take a look at oil. We're going to look at the USO chart. And this is 2016. Okay, 2016 right here, you can see oil kind of had this fake false breakout right here, up here in October. And as you can see, headed lower, and then it started to bottom and break out here in November. All right, fake breakout here in October, started to bottom here in November. Let's take a look at what it did 2019. Very similar action. All right, so I'm going to move my face out of the way over here. And as you can see, same thing happened. There we go. Same thing happened right here. It was a little bit earlier here in September. We had this fake breakout, headed lower, and then we started to bottom and head higher. Very similar action. Okay, very similar action there for oil. And again, the goal here is not to look for exact mirrors, but just a very, very similar look. And we're getting that in oil and TLT and the S&P 500. So let's look at the dollar now. We're going to look at the dollar via UUP. And this is the 2016 chart here for the dollar. As you can see, a very nice uptrend. Here, I'll move my face over here a little bit so you can see a very nice uptrend, and then a little bit of a bull flag consolidation pattern right here. Now let's look at the action for P currently. This is the dollar. Right, so very similar action. You can see a very nice uptrend, and then now a little consolidation pattern, breaking back above this moving average. So very, very similar action to the 2016. You can see this. This is 2016 again. Now to the 2019 action. Very, very similar action for 2019 and 2016. Now, let's take a look at the gold chart. So this is gold for 2016. And as you can see, August through really December was down. Okay, 2016, August through December was down. Okay, let's look at the 2019 chart for gold. And this is the action you want to focus on here on the right-hand side of your screen. You can see August through November right here has been down. Okay, down. August through November, down. All right, so we've got the S&P 500, we've got TLT and bonds, we've got the dollar, we've got gold, all looking very similar, almost identical to how we did at the 2016 breakout, the beginning of that breakout. And remember, let's take a look at that 2016 breakout for the S&P 500 once again, and I'm going to show you just how powerful that breakout was. And the idea here is, you might be thinking, well, what does gold and bonds and oil have anything to do with the market? Well, typically these things kind of move similarly during big market moves, okay? Big market moves. A lot of times they trade in different directions, other times, but at the very beginning of moves, you typically see a very similar action. So that's why I'm covering the action here on those other factors. So let's take a look and see just how big this 2018 move was. So you saw it a little bit. I'm just going to update so you can see a further move. So you can see right here, this was a massive, massive move in the market. You can see right here, this was November. Down at the left-hand side of your screen, that was November of 2016. All right, you can see it catapulted higher for another year and a half. All right, huge move, huge, huge move. And right now, we are just in the very beginning, right here. We're right here at this stage right here, okay? And everything is lining up perfectly, looking very similar. Gold, bonds, oil, the dollar, everything is lining up right here. The Fed is cooperating. The other thing I want to kind of touch on is just really, really briefly is the impeachment stuff that we're seeing going on right now. I'm bringing this up, not that I care about it, but because people have talked about it and have asked me questions about the current impeachment action. And I can tell you from past experience, going back to when Bill Clinton was president, he was impeached. He was actually impeached in 1998. I believe it was October, mid-October 1998. And the market continued to blast off for another 3 years, okay, until, coincidentally, the end of his term, or the end of his time in office. And even during the impeachment hearings, the market blasted off higher. So really, I don't think the impeachment stuff that's going on with Trump is really going to have any kind of impact on the market. The other thing too is the trade war is going on right now. I don't think that this will have a huge impact on the market in this moving forward for the next year or so, particularly because I don't think that President Trump is going to do anything to mess up his reelection. Okay, he's going to go softer on China. Maybe next year, after he gets reelected or potentially gets reelected, that's the most likely scenario, is that he'll get reelected. Is that then it might be a factor because he's got 4 more years to hit China harder. But right now he's up for reelection, and nothing is guaranteed, so he doesn't want to do anything to mess that up. So those are my kind of thoughts on the impeachment and the trade war going on. And we are seeing some different action here with the trade war. There was some negative news that came out just this week about the trade war. It barely moved the needle on the market. Whereas if this would have happened, a month and a half ago, the market would have headed lower for another 2 weeks or so. And right now, we didn't even have one red day on that kind of news. So those are my kind of thoughts on the things that are going on in the market outside of the charts. And what you're looking at right now, if you don't already know, I have a private membership group here at thetradinganalyst.com where I share real-time trades, both entries and exits via text message with my subscribers. And what you're looking at right now is the Trading Analyst Portfolio Tracker, and it tracks all of our closed out positions that we have traded over the last almost 2 years. We've been using this portfolio tracker for almost 2 years, I think about 18 months now. As you can see, the overwhelmingly majority of trades are winners. And you can see the average win here is more than double the average loss. Okay, you can see the total gains over here, about 18 months of action. $317,000. That is total profits. That's not an account value. That is total profits by following all of these alerts. These are swing trade alerts lasting for more than a few days of trading. Most of the trades last anywhere from about 5 to 10 days, just depending on the trade that we're seeing. You can see 14 days, 9 days. This one was a bigger one, 41 days, 35 days, 13 days. So you get the point. We are not a day trading service, so this is perfect if you have a full-time job. I'm assuming most of you guys have jobs, as well as stay-at-home parents, mom or dad, or students, anything that's going to help you live the rest of your life the way that you want to live. The other thing here is that the alerts here are very profitable. Again, $317,000. The last big winning streak we had was not too long ago. At the end of October, you can see this was about a 8-trade win streak right here. In addition to these alerts, these profitable trading alerts that are going to be sent to your cell phone via text message, you're also going to get access to our watch list as well as our open position list. I can't show that to you right now because that would be doing a disservice to our current members here. It shows our current open positions. We have about 10 to 12 open positions. Most of them are doing extremely well. The other thing you're going to get access to is private member-only videos where I discuss educational topics. I answer any member questions about the trades, and I give you an inside look into what I'm thinking about the market and helping you prepare for these trades ahead of time. So you're going to get all that, plus you're going to get virtually 24/7 access to me via the live chat, email, or text message. But most importantly, you are getting these real-time alerts, both the entries and exits, sent directly to your cell phone, and flat out it's going to put money in your pocket. So I'd like to invite you to join right now, and I look forward to serving you and helping you make money in the market.